The 2017 Ferrari GTC4Lusso T. Although it was launched for the 2016 model year, the Ferrari GTC4Lusso is actually a facelifted version of the FF that the Italian company introduced in 2011. Essentially a successor to the 612 Scaglietti, the FF GTC4Lusso is the company's sole full four-seat sports car and Ferrari's only four-wheel drive model to date. The FF was introduced with a 6.3-liter V12, an engine that got a power bump when the car's name was changed to the GTC4Lusso. At the 2016 Paris Motor Show, Ferrari unveiled a new, entry-level version of the four-seater, powered by a turbocharged, V8 powerplant. The arrival of the GTC4Lusso T is by no means surprising. Rumors of a V8-powered variant surfaced long before the FF was updated and renamed the GTC4Lusso. As the T in the name suggests, motivation comes from the same 3.9-liter V8 available in other turbocharged models, making the GTC4Lusso the third Ferrari to benefit from forced induction. Also, it is the first full four-seat Ferrari with a turbocharged V8 and the first Prancing Horse to be available with a choice of two engines. Also, because the GTC4Lusso T is a rear-wheel drive model only, it makes it the first Ferrari nameplate to offer RWD alongside the AWD setup. Set to hit the road alongside the California T and 488 GTB, Ferrari's other turbocharged model, the GTC4Lusso T is part of the company's recent plans to improve fuel economy and reduce CO2 emissions across its lineup. Continue reading to learn more about the Ferrari GTC4Lusso T. Exterior. Styling-wise, the T version appears to be identical to the V12-powered GTC4Lusso model. All the aerodynamic elements, including the front bumper winglets and the race-inspired diffuser are there, as are all the design updates that came with the GTC4Lusso. The 2016 model year update, which also changed the car's name from the FF to the GTC4Lusso, brought a new front grille with horizontal slats, revised headlamps, new fender vents, redesigned taillights, a new rear diffuser, and even a lowered roofline. All told, there is no way to tell that the T model has a V8 under the hood until you turn the ignition key. Exterior dimensions. Interior. Note, Ferrari GTC4Lusso interior shown here. The interior of the T is also identical to the regular GTC4Lusso. Ferrari points out that the new model features the dual cockpit architecture, which was designed to enhance the shared driving experience for both driver and passenger, as well as the latest iteration of the company's infotainment system with an impressive 10.25-inch HD capacitive touchscreen. The T is also identical to the regular GTC4Lusso in this department. Naturally, the changes introduced with facelift are also in there. Look for the same two-tier, two-tone dashboard with aluminum trim, aviation-inspired HVAC vents, clean center stack and console, and flat bottom steering wheel with F1-style, colored buttons and switches. There are sporty, yet comfortable seats front and rear, plenty of room in the back, and an impressive amount of high-quality leather available in numerous shades and with a wide range of stitching and inserts. On the technology front, the infotainment system has the new 1.5 GHz Jacinto 6 processor, 2 GB of RAM, and the ability to control it with the screen or with the physical buttons and rollers below the screen. Apple CarPlay and satellite navigation with 3D maps are standard. Part of the dual cockpit architecture, the passenger-side dashboard includes an 8.8-inch touchscreen display that shows performance information and enables passenger to interact with the onboard system to change music and inserting points of interest, among others. Drivetrain. It's under the long front hood that the T is completely different from the GTC4Lusso we all know. Instead of the naturally aspirated, 6.3-liter V12, the T received an upgraded version of the turbocharged, 3.9-liter V8 that made its debut in the California T and is already available in the 488 GTB. The unit cranks out 601 horsepower, 610 PS at 7,500 and 561 pound-feet, 760 Newton-meters of torque between 3,000 and 5,250 revolutions per minute. That's 80 horses less than the V12 GTC4Lusso, but a 47 pound-foot increase thanks to the turbochargers attached to the V8. Instead of the naturally aspirated, 6.3-liter V12, the T received an upgraded version of the turbocharged, 3.9-liter V8. Compared to the other V8-powered Ferraris, the GTC4Lusso is a bit more powerful than the California T, 552 horsepower and 557 pound-feet, but less powerful than the 488 GTB, 661 horses. Interestingly, its 561 pound-foot torque output is similar to that of the sportier 488 GTB. Another thing that sets the T apart from the GTC4Lusso is the lack of an all-wheel drive system. The turbocharged four-seater is RWD only, which also makes it 80 kilograms (176 pounds) lighter and gives it an increased weight bias toward the rear. While the GTC4Lusso comes with 47:53, the T has a 46:54 ratio. The standard model's four-wheel steering system has been carried over. Dubbed 4WS, the system is integrated with side slip control, which makes for more rapid response to steering wheel inputs entering and exiting corners. Ferrari promises a rich and powerful soundtrack during acceleration and a more muted exhaust note at lower speeds. The versatile, modular torque delivery will provide rapid pickup from low revs. As far as performance goes, the V8 drivetrain adds a tenth second to the V12 model's 0 to 62 sprint of 3.4 seconds, taking it up to 3.5 ticks. Top speed also decreased from 209 miles per hour to 199 miles per hour. Ferrari also released preliminary fuel economy figures of 11.6 L, 100 kilometers. This converts to around 20 US mpg combined, but we'll have to wait for confirmation from the EPA. Anyway, it should be lower than the California T's, which returns 23 mpg on the highway, 16 mpg in the city, and 18 mpg combined. Drivetrain specifications. Prices. With pricing for the V12 GTC4Lusso not yet available, it's difficult to estimate how much the T model will fetch before options. However, with the new four-seater estimated to come in at around $310,000, the V8 version could retail from around $250,000, making it the most affordable variant since the FF was introduced in 2011. Competition. Bentley Continental GT V8S. Although the Aston Martin Vanquish is a more traditional competitor for the GTC4Lusso, the fact that it lacks a V8 engine makes me look toward a different British Grand Tourer, namely the Bentley Continental GT. Around since 2011, the Conti GT is available in many forms, but the V8 and V8S models are the only ones that can match the GTC4Lusso T's turbocharged and more efficient drivetrain. The V8S is the more powerful of the two, with the twin-turbo 4.0-liter unit sending 521 horsepower and 502 pound-feet of torque to the wheels. Charging from 0 to 62 miles per hour takes 4.3 seconds, while top speed comes in at 192 miles per hour. Granted, it's nowhere near as quick as the Ferrari, but the Bentley has the looks and the luxury to give its Italian rival a run for its money. The good news is that the British Grand Tourer is more affordable at $214,425 before options. Learn more about the Bentley Continental GT V8S here. Conclusion. The arrival of the GTC4Lusso T comes to confirm the move toward turbocharging that Ferrari announced a few years ago. The campaign began with the California T, continued with the 488 GTB, and it has now incorporated the GTC4Lusso. Purists will probably view it as yet another sad moment that preview the death of the naturally aspirated V12 engine, but things aren't as bad as they seem. The V12 GTC4Lusso won't go away anytime soon, and to be honest, a Ferrari with a turbo V8 is actually a step forward, as current turbo technologies eliminate much of lag, add a whole lot of extra torque, and return fuel economy that would have seemed impossible a few years ago. The increased fuel economy and the smaller starting price, coupled with the solid output figures and performance, will make the GTC4Lusso T one of the most popular choices among Ferrari drivers in the next few years. Love it, the same sexy styling of the V12 model, rich, customizable interior, strong performance with excellent fuel economy, more affordable sticker. Leave it. Some may not agree with the Ferrari plus turbo power combination. A few unique feature inside and out would have been nice.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.